So the NBA All-Star Weekend for 2021 is officially complete. I should call it the All-Star Game. Adam Silver and the league were able to put together just this one day of festivities, get all the top guys in the league for the most part, get them down to Atlanta. No one tested positive for COVID. The only thing that they had come up was Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid had tracing, so they were last-minute scratches. But other than that, everything went probably as good as it could go, all things considered. We're in the middle of a pandemic because of COVID. Team LeBron defeated Team Durant, even though we didn't see much of LeBron and we didn't see Durant at all. All things considered, is probably as good as it could go. Like I said, LeBron's team defeated Durant's team. We'll talk about Steph Curry and Damian Lillard in another video, but I want to focus on the gentleman that actually won Most Valuable Player for the game. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 35 points, 16 of 16 from the field. That obviously at that level has never been done in an All-Star game. And he won the Most Valuable Player award. So add that to the list of accolades that the Greek Freak has accomplished in his still very young career. He's only 26 years of age. I'm 27, so this gentleman is doing this all before the age of 30. I want to read to you guys some of this man's accolades real quick, just in case you forgot what we're talking about here in Giannis. A 5-time All-Star, a 4-time All-NBA player, a 3-time All-Defensive player. Remember, he is the reigning 2-time MVP, and he also won Defensive Player of the Year as well last year. So I know we live in this era where you got to win championships in sports. You do got to win rings to be considered the greats of all time, right? Amongst the greats, you got to win championships. We obviously know with the NBA specifically, the guys that are on that TNT broadcast, the biggest show that the NBA's got, you got Kenny, who's won multiple championships. You got Shaq, who's obviously won 4 championships. And then we got Charles Barkley, who has won no championships. And Kenny and Shaq throw that into Charles Barkley's face every time they get a chance, right? I get it. Championships are important to your legacy. It's the ultimate importance, right? But I don't want to get to the point where I can appreciate the greatness of James Harden, where I can appreciate the greatness of Chris Paul, and where I can appreciate the greatness of Giannis Antetokounmpo if any of these gentlemen ever, maybe they never win a championship. We got to really put in perspective what's going on with Giannis here. He just got the MVP of the All-Star game, coming off of the Defensive Player of the Year, coming off of the MVP last year. This is a heck of a one-year span. If he's able to somehow lift the Milwaukee Bucks over the hump, somehow get through Brooklyn, and somehow beat the Lakers, Clippers, or Nuggets, whoever comes out west in the NBA Finals, we're talking about one of the greatest one-year stretches in NBA history. Now, I know that is a lot to ask of that gentleman, but I'm just trying to put in perspective what this young man has accomplished here. I am not too gung-ho on championships where I can't appreciate the greatness that is Giannis night to night. Like, I don't want to get to the point where the regular season doesn't matter at all to me. Should the playoffs matter more? Yes. But should it be 100% playoffs and 0% regular season? I think absolutely not. We gotta appreciate guys that take the regular season serious. And Giannis has done that at the ultimate elite level. I believe the ultimate problem with people and their criticism of Giannis is that they keep looking at him and they keep thinking LeBron, they keep thinking Kevin Durant, they keep thinking Kawhi Leonard. And I've told you guys consistently on this platform over the last 3 years, when you're looking at Giannis, don't think LeBron, don't think Kevin Durant, don't think Kawhi Leonard. In my humble opinion, he ain't them. Now, will Kawhi's career be better than Giannis's? I don't know. Because Kawhi and the injuries, to me, KD's legacy already submitted. I don't think there's nothing Giannis can do to have a better career than Kevin Durant, to me. I don't think that, at least. Kevin Durant's one of the greatest scorers of all time. Giannis can't get to LeBron. That's my opinion. When you think about Giannis, what I would like for you to do is think of him more in the lens of Shaquille O'Neal. Is he as good as Shaq? Absolutely not. Shaq was dominant. They changed rules because of Shaquille O'Neal. But to me, when I look at Giannis, I don't compare him to Kawhi, I don't compare him to KD, and I don't compare him to LeBron. I compare him to Shaq. And if you compare Giannis' career to Shaquille O'Neal, I promise you this thing makes a lot more sense to you. Giannis Antetokounmpo can get a bucket down low. Is his game much more expanded than Shaq's was? Yes. But Shaq himself says, if I were in 2021, I would play like Giannis. Giannis is the 2021 version of me, right? And let's think about Shaq's career. He got to the league. Okay, he ended up linking with Penny Hardaway early. Perimeter guy, top 10 perimeter guy. Obviously, you got Shaq, second or third best player in the game. And then when we get towards LA, obviously Shaq is the best player in the game at that point. Clearly, you got him and you mesh him with Kobe. Fast forward, Shaq wins 3 rings alongside Kobe, dominates the league, wins MVP as well, 3 finals MVPs. He ends up with Dwayne Wade in Miami, wins another championship. Again, Kobe and D Wade, 2 top perimeter guys when Shaq was present with him. And then Shaq goes on to play with LeBron later in his career, and then Steve Nash as well later in his career, and then the big 3 in Boston. But again, in Shaq's prime, he needed not just a guard, a top guard. All due respect to Chris Middleton, all due respect to Drew Holiday, they're perimeter guys. And I know Middleton is more of a forward than a guard, but for this conversation, it's the same premises here. Giannis is not going to win rings without a top tier, top 5, top 6 guard. Shaq never did it. So when you look at Giannis, think Shaq. If you think Shaq when you think Giannis, everything else will make more sense to you. I'm not trying to downplay the man's resume. I'm not trying to put him in a below atmosphere or category, but it is the reality. You know, unless Giannis is going to become a knockdown shooter from the 3-point line, I just think it's unrealistic to compare him to LeBron. He ain't Bron, bro. He ain't KD, and he ain't Kawhi when healthy. He's not those guys. He cannot lead a team, in my opinion, off the perimeter. But when you pair him up with a guard, and I believe Bradley, Beal, and higher can get it done. If Beal wouldn't have re-signed with Washington and joined the Bucks in Milwaukee, because he would have been a free agent after this year, Giannis could have been a free agent as well before they both re-signed deals the last calendar year. I believe Bradley, Beal, or higher could have taken Giannis to the promised land. Can he get there now? I don't think so. But remember, Shaq can never get over that hump without a top-tier guard. He was able to get to the finals with Penny, and obviously he won big with Kobe, and then won again with D Wade one time. But before, outside of that, Shaq never even put himself in position to not have top guards in his prime, because he knew what it took to win. He knew what he did. Obviously, double teams, fouls, and just like Shaq, Giannis is not a great free throw shooter as of yet. Giannis can control a game, but I do believe this gentleman needs a guard top tier to win. Shaq never won without a top guard. Catch full new episodes of FERRO's music-based platform every day only on YouTube at It's Mr.Taliaferro. You can also find clips, updates, giveaways, and more on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also at It's Mr.Taliaferro. For all basketball fans, make sure you tune in to FERRO's daily highlights, reports, and commentary on YouTube at HoopsFerro, and even more updates on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at HoopsFerro as well.